I'm good, thank you. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm good. I'm good.
Great.
Thanks for asking. Um, Neetu, is
That's
this
right.
how I pronounce your name?
Neetu. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
okay,
Thank you.
okay,
Would you mind if I just ask for like an introduction just to get started? Yeah.
okay. So for everyone watching, my name is Micah. I'm 34 years old. I'm originally from London. My parents, my mother and father are from Jamaica. So in my household, would they speak patois, which is a dialect of English. And at the moment, I'm living in Pamplona, Spain, in the north of Spain. And I know Neetu, you've been there before. You've
Yes,
enjoyed the
that's
festival.
right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
I've been living here for about 5, 6 years. I work as an English teacher here. I'm also a content creator and a voiceover artist. The list is endless, but those are the three main jobs that I do. Teaching English is my main focus, though. It's actually really refreshing to have this uh, high level conversation with. I'm assuming you're a native, no?
So
You're
I moved to England when I was 3 years old from India. Yeah.
amazing. I saw you said Hertfordshire. I
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, I used to live in Wembley, and the line that I would take to work, the Thameslink line, used to end. One of the ends is in St Albans. I don't know if it goes further now,
Oh,
but I know St Albans is quite close to Hertfordshire, no? Or is it
yes,
Hertfordshire?
that's right. Yeah. It's Watford and then Elstree and then St
Yeah.
Albans.
Oh, that's amazing. We may have been neighbours at some point, well, city neighbours.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's great. Do you mind if we just go back a little bit into like
Mhm.
just right from the beginning, like where you grew up? Is that okay? If we just talk
Okay.
about
So I grew up in Brixton. Have you
okay,
heard
yeah,
of Brixton? In the south of London, and I lived there until I was about 24, 25 years old, and that's when I met my wife. And after that, we moved to Wembley in the north of London, and that's when my train line became the Thameslink line that heads to St Albans.
right, yeah,
Um, uh, London is a very busy city, as you may know. It's full of opportunities. There are lots of people, lots of cultures, and lots of things to do. The nightlife is amazing in London. It's really easy to make friends in London. I'm comparing at the moment. I'm comparing London to Pamplona, Spain. This is one of the biggest differences between
yeah,
where I grew up and where I'm living now. It's easy to meet new people and make friends, and also in terms of finding work, and I found it a lot easier to do so in London. I studied in London. I studied business administration and human resources.
right.
And yeah, that's it. In terms of London, as a diverse city, it's very multicultural. I don't remember having friends that were had both an English mother and an English father. There was always a mix in terms of
Right.
my friendship group. I had acquaintances that had this, but London is a very multicultural city. Um,
Yes.
it taught me a lot.
One of the great things about it, isn't it? Like I
Yes.
feel like yeah, wherever you go, if you're a tourist or if you live there, it's just like so many different cultures together. So
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. So in terms of your, so you grew up in Brixton, and Brixton is like really like modern now, isn't it? Like not that it wasn't before, but it's very kind of upcoming place, and they've kind of yeah. So
Yes.
go back to visit now. How do you find it? Do you feel like it's different to when you grew up in terms of like the restaurants, the shops, and things around? Yeah.
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head. It's been gentrified. It's I think it's changed for the better though. When I was living there, the in terms of it being multicultural. The two main races that lived there were Jamaicans, Africans. There was a few English people there, but now there's a huge mix. Whenever I go back, I'm surprised to see all of the different international restaurants that you can find there. Before we just had McDonald's and KFC.
Right.
Now we have Nando's. We have there's a lot of private owned businesses in the market. Brixton Market I remember it being Caribbean and African shops. Now it's the Caribbean and African shops have kind of vanished, and there are just a lot of, how can I say? I want to say more international companies in there, which changes the vibe. It changes the vibe. I would say Brixton is more like Camden now. When I go back,
Right.
it gives me the same vibe that Camden gives me. You've got goths, you've got everything in London. In Brixton, there's a huge mix now.
Yeah,
It's definitely changed.
Yeah. So in terms of like, so now you moved from Brixton. So what prompted the move to Spain? Was that always something you planned to do?
So in 2020, 2020 and 2019, I was working as a receptionist and security guard at Bloomsbury Way, which is in the center of London, in the heart, right next to Holborn Station. And when the pandemic hit and we were sent into lockdown, I was told that I need to work from home. And you might ask, how do you work from home as a receptionist? How do you do your job?
Right.
But I didn't. They just sent me home, and I was paid to live at home. Basically, I was just paid to do nothing. So during that time, me and my wife was pregnant, and we decided that this may be a good opportunity for us to start planning our move to Spain. Originally, we wanted to go to the south, to Valencia in Spain, and that changed quite quickly when we realized the cost of the housing in Spain was very similar to London. So we decided to move from a network of family and friends in London to a network of family and friends in Spain. So my wife is from Pamplona. Well, she's from San Sebastian, but she grew up in Pamplona, Spain, and Estella in Spain. So we moved right here. The principal reason is because in London, for the youth, I felt and my wife felt like it was a little dangerous. And the youth, it's a little bit serious. I don't want to delve into it and dampen the mood, but it's for the youth, there's like a little bit of a problem there. So we decided to move to Pamplona, Spain, because it's more family orientated as a city, and we feel like our daughter would get a better, a safer upbringing, rather than better. Let's say safer is for better words. Okay, and that's the main reason why we left.
Oh, that's great. And have you been there ever since, or did you move to other cities as well?
Yeah, we've been in Pamplona for the last 5-6 years now, and I don't think we are going to move. When we came to Pamplona, I couldn't speak Spanish, so that for me was really difficult. And there's no Cambly application. If you for learning other languages, there's no application like Cambly for learning other languages. So I managed to find an application that allowed me to do language exchanges, and that really helped boost my confidence here, especially with Spanish and with, just communicating and my day-to-day life. So I don't think I'm going to move because I was able to build a friendship group of my own here in the north of Spain. The people are quite closed. They have their group of friends, and it's really hard to get yourself to join those groups, as to be a part of those groups, because they've been with their group of friends since childhood. Whereas in London, you may have a group of friends in primary school, and then in secondary school you have a new group of friends, and then at university a new one. In Spain, it's the complete opposite. The primary school friends are their friends in adulthood. So it was really hard for me to join one of those groups, but upon learning Spanish, I managed to get a group of friends. Me and my wife made a whole new group of friends, and now we feel content and comfortable here. So moving would be a little bit detrimental for our kids. We have 2 kids, 5-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. It would be a bit detrimental for them, because our friends all have kids too that are roughly the same ages. So yeah, we are set to stay here until they're 18 at least.
That's great. Wow. So you've kind of built a new life, like similar to me, really. I moved from England to Thailand, and it was actually for my husband's job. So we came here, he's in IT and he's with the UN. So we thought like the whole thing sounded good. The package was good, but we thought we'd stay for 2 years and then we'd move back. But we just ended up staying for 14 years. And now it's very difficult to imagine now moving back to England and just picking up the same life.
Yeah. Did you learn the language?
Oh, it's not good, I have to say. I can basic. It's quite shameful. I always think the same as you. If I had Cambly for Thai, I'd probably be much more fluent. But you can manage here without too much Thai, as long as you know like basic greetings. And there's always people who are willing to help. But I think, in some ways, living so long in a country, is nice to have some of the knowledge.
Yeah.
And correct. Yeah. And I think with you, I know that you said it's conversational Spanish. So I think, do you feel it's very different when you know the language of the place where you're staying? Do you feel that you really understand the people more?
Yeah. Do you know, for me, because I'm an extrovert, so I love going out. I'm quite social in everything I do. If I go for a coffee, I will talk to the waitress, for example, and have deep conversations. So if I can't do that, then I feel quite lonely. Well, alone. And when I started, improving my level of Spanish, these conversations really helped me feel like a part of the community, learn names and remember the names, because when I didn't know any Spanish, I didn't really remember any names. It was really hard for me to remember names. And here they speak a third language here. They speak Euskera, which is completely different from Spanish. But the people here tend to mix Spanish with this language, and they have Basque names. So Euskera is the language spoken by Basque people, and these people have Basque names, which were all foreign to me. So it made it even more difficult. But upon learning the language, you get a bit more comfortable with the way the way their names are pronounced, and you get more familiar with their background and the reason why they do things, and the culture clashes, because there are a lot of culture clashes. If you are if you're a native English speaker, and between a native English speaker and a native Spanish speaker, there are a lot of culture clashes in terms of the way we conduct ourselves in public spaces. So I feel like learning the language will help you understand the culture a lot more. But then again, if you can find somebody that can speak English and is from the city that you're in, then that will also help you. If you are unable to speak the language, then the best idea would be to find somebody that can speak your language, that is from, so they can explain these things. But for me, yeah, learning the language was a must. I have friends though that have been living here for 10, 15 plus years. They don't speak a word of Spanish. They're very happy. They're very happy. Yeah, very happy. Yeah.
What you do when you don't know much of the language is you latch on to people who speak English. So some of our neighbours are Thai, but they are maybe married to people from the UK. So they speak quite good English. So you end up kind of latching on to them. Yeah. And also our neighbours, they're so lovely. I always say to my family, my husband, like, if I could speak to her, I think we'd be really good friends. But her daughter is working, my neighbour's daughter is working in Chicago. So she's really fluent in English. So whenever she comes over, we end up having long chats. And that's the thing. You end up kind of like bonding with people that you can. Yeah.
Yes.
Mike, how many expats from England? Are there many people that have like settled in Spain in the same area? Because I know it's very popular with English people. Isn't it?
So in my friendship group, there are about 16 people in my little network of friends. Every single one of them are English teachers. Every single one of them is an English teacher. Sorry. I think there's only one. I know only one other person that is a content creator that creates content that is not for people who want to learn English. But the majority of people that come to Pamplona, Spain, because English is not spoken too much here, most people opt for teaching English as it's the easiest way to find work when you land here. In terms of going into the job that you studied at university, it's really difficult because your certification in the UK then has to be translated into Spanish, and the process could take up to about 4 years where I am. I'm not sure if it would change in Madrid, but the process could take up to about 4 years. Spain still are a paper-based community, so documents need to be printed out. Not many things can be done online. So most of the professionals here opt for the easy option first and then wait for paperwork to come through before they change to their desired roles in life. Yeah.
Right.
It's a different world, but we manage because it's lovely here.
And I remember one thing about Pamplona is that community feel. I just felt really like, when they had the festival, we were there for the San Fermín festival. It was just, everyone was united. There was no like kind of bad vibes or people getting drunk and kind of, there's none of that. It was just families together and just really everyone was really connected, which is great.
I love San Fermín. That festival is lovely. I was watching one of your videos and you mentioned that when you came to the festival, you weren't wearing red and white. Yeah, and you stuck out like a sore thumb. The same thing happened to me. Yeah.
You just stick out like a sore thumb.
You're almost forced to wear the same.
Right, exactly. Because we just blended, and then the uniform, is it uniform or like the costume is everywhere in the shop, so you can get it. Yeah.
It's interesting because my local we call them bazaars, which is a shop that just sells everything. A shop that you can find anything and everything. It's like Poundland in the UK, for example. Those shops completely transform, and the whole shop just becomes full of red and white products. And so it's a really nice week of festivities. And I would say it's probably one of the biggest festivals in the world, and in terms of duration, one of the longest.
Yes.
it's definitely one that you have to experience at least once in life.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, we weren't brave enough to go to the bullfight. We thought, like, our kids were quite young at the time as well. We thought, no, we'll
Yeah.
just watch the bull run. So we hired the balcony and did, I guess it's quite
Oh,
touristy.
oh, you managed to get a balcony. That's
We
amazing.
did, yeah. It was about €100. I remember, quite expensive
Wow.
at the
Okay.
time. It was just for a few minutes, but it was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, just to get a feel of, like everyone was cheering and like the runners and my husband said next year, that was before the pandemic. He said, I want to do it next year, and I was like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. It's interesting because a lot of people flood in from outside of Spain to join this festival. There are actually a lot of policemen there that actually police they kind of they remove people that they feel are not ready for the run. Not many people see this, but upon living here and experiencing San Fermín a few times, you actually start to see what the police are doing at the festival. A lot of people come and they're not trained to run. They're not trained, so they don't know what to do, and it's really dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Ambulances around, and and there's sometimes see it like on like social media, like someone's been gored by a bull, and it's like I think people sometimes just think about the fun aspect of it, but they don't think about the real kind of implications of joining. Yourself.
No. I had the idea of competing the first year I came here, and then after watching that festival, it was the one after COVID, the first one after COVID. So a lot of people came. Pamplona was absolutely crowded. That San Fermín, and the bull run was really dangerous because there were so many people. So on top of the risk of being gored by a bull, you could be trampled by people at the same time. So after that festival, after seing the accidents that happened there, I said to myself, maybe I'm not fit to do this.
Think twice about it. Yeah. But for you, I'm just what you said is true. When you live in a place, it's totally different to going for a week as a tourist or whatever. You get to see the ins and outs of the city. And how about the food, Mike? Do you like? I know the pinchos and the tapas and all that. Are you like really fond of Spanish food now because you've been there so long?
I am. When I came here, I didn't know how to cook, and I had to. Well, I watched a lot of YouTube videos to teach myself how to cook, both food from back home, from my mum. My mum cooked Jamaican food, food from London, British food, the English breakfast. I learned that, but then the difference between British food, Jamaican food, and Spanish food is the quality of food here in Spain. You can taste the difference. For example, a piece of meat that you buy from a supermarket in London, I would need to, put some salt, some pepper, some seasonings on it. Here in Spain, you can buy a piece of meat, cook it, fry it in some oil, and just eat it. It's so fresh. I think in terms of food, worldwide, internationally, Spain, I'm not sure if Navarra specifically, this is the province that I live in, has one of the best, it offers the best food, like worldwide. I think it was number one or it came second to Italy or something like that. But you can really taste the difference in terms of food. You have tapas, you have tortillas, pinchos, this
amazing.
the pulpo, which is octopus. It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely.
So what's like typical Jamaican food? What would you say is like your like home dishes that your mum taught you, just for people who aren't sure?
Okay, so Jamaican food: chicken, rice, oxtail, which is it's the tail of an ox. You have dumpling, which is kind of fried bread. This can accompany any dish, and that's really, it's quite heavy. It's carbohydrate heavy to make it.
Yeah, I had so much more to ask you, but we've run out of time.
Sorry, I talk a lot. Sorry.
Wow, it was really interesting to hear from like all your views and everything and your lifestyle. Thank you so much, Mike.
You're welcome, Neetu. We must do this again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Happy New Year to you and your family as well.
You too. Enjoy.
Take care. Thank you.
You take care. It was lovely meeting you, Neetu.